On today's episode, we'll be discussing how to teach your children how to cope with failure.
A very important thing, Simrit.
Absolutely.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to TalktousToday. I'm Namita.
And I'm Simrit. And on today's episode, we are discussing a very crucial topic for parents. Not just parents, all adults, I think. We know for many parents right now in India, though, it's like exam time is around the corner, it's going on. And not just the children,
Oh,
parents are struggling to help their kids study harder and work smarter in order to get those higher grades and do well academically. Because in our minds as parents, we have a checklist, right? This checklist is made as soon as the kid is born. This is the
oh,
school my
yes.
child, right? We've all done it. This is the school
Yes.
my child will go to. He or she is going to work hard in these fields and excel. Plus, he or she is going to be amazing at this sport, this field. I'll save enough money to send my child to this college. And the result is not just going to be academic and career success, but that's going to make them happy for the rest of their lives. Bas, hame
Yeah.
aur kya chahiye? Settle ho jaye kids. But then
And Simrit, it's not just about settling. It's just about maybe you living your dreams. Maybe you
yes,
thought of doing some things. You
absolutely.
thought, oh, maybe I couldn't do it. I'm going to give all this to my child so that my child could do it
And
without
that's a natural
realizing.
course of life, right? We all
Yeah.
live our lives through our children, and we do want them to excel and
Yes.
normally do better than us. But then reality hits, right? Our kids
Yeah.
struggle either academically or in some other field. They fail a test or they're at the bottom of the class. They're juggling with friendships. They don't know what. And it's not just them struggling, it's us struggling, right? So what do? We double down. Okay, let's get them teachers, ignore their other capabilities. A child has to study harder until they excel at some field. Their expectations rise, the kids' expectations rise, and it all boils down to how we are dealing with failure, not them.
Absolutely, Simrit. You're absolutely right. And nowadays, to avoid children's failures and disappointments, societies and schools are laying down different rules. I
Right.
mean, and we parents appreciate them very nicely. And we don't want our kids, to face disappointment of any kind. Do you see that? There is, in certain circles, there are no musical chairs being played because child who loses would, feel disappointed,
Oh my
right?
goodness.
Yeah, and for children, and especially when for the younger ones at the sporting events or games, no one keeps the score, so no child feels like a loser, and everyone is given the same participation certificate or trophy. I mean, I imagine I'm not a big fan of competition or die hard competition, and you just kind of do or die thing. No, but
Absolutely.
not teaching a child the sense of losing or winning is absolutely wrong in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. So, what we're all forgetting as a society, maybe, is, or at least this society of new parents, is how important failure is. And more
Yeah,
important failure is the skill of how to deal with failures and disappointments in life.
absolutely. Yes.
Parents
How to deal.
think, right? So parents think that if they shield their children from failure, it's going to help kids gain confidence and they're going to succeed in life. Hello, that's not the case. Sorry, it's the other way around. Succeeding on
Yeah.
your own creates high self esteem. Just having confidence and self esteem does not help you succeed. Like, it's like having overconfidence when you don't have a capability, that's never going to help you succeed. So,
Yeah.
I know of parents who justify, and they're in our circles, helping their children cheat during online exams, saying this is going to create confidence. You're going to do better later. No way. You're not only harming your child's emotional intelligence by not allowing them to struggle, you're teaching bad values that cheat and go ahead. Plus, the child has to go to the exam. He's not learning anything. So all around, you're not giving your children, you know, the benefit of the doubt that they'll do better when they struggle.
Yeah. Absolutely, Simrit. And struggle teaches children how to overcome struggle, right? So, I
Absolutely.
mean, in
Yeah.
fact, disappointment helps children learn coping skills, teach them resilience, and when they fail or feel disappointed, they enhance their own creative skills. And all these skills
100%.
combine, Simrit, all these skills combine help them become more confident. Like,
Absolutely.
without disappointment and failure, children won't learn how to overcome them. I mean, these disappointments or in life, or the or other failures that they face in life, they'll not learn how to deal with them, how to
Yeah, life
overcome
is
them.
about ups and downs, right? Life is about ups and
Exactly.
downs.
And what would happen, Simrit? This would lead to this so-called very, I would say, use keywords, depression and anxiety. Right? So we will, oh,
Yeah.
this is so commonly used these days. A child is, or it's not child, or but this person is in depression, or is anxiety is there. There's some very frequent anxiety attack. I mean, we often see the people, I mean, our age group really struggling with depression. So
Right.
that is where it is coming from. This is how it comes, So
Yeah.
teach your children how to deal with failures, no matter
That's
what,
right.
and teach them
No
how
matter
to how to stand up again and start over again, right?
100%.
So
Yeah.
Simrit and me are going to share some tips with you which could help your children, or help children, to help them cope up with failures.
Right. So it's like parenting tips that you guys can help work with your kids, and this is what you could do. So first of all of us parents have a natural instinct, right? Let's save our child. We're their saviors. But even when children are very young, try not to be their savior all the time. Try to
Yeah.
be their guide. Try to be their guide and their mentor. So when they have
How
issues,
important it is, Simrit, the word guide, you should
yes.
guide
And
them,
this is
not
a really
protect them.
important, there's a big difference between being their savior and being their guide. One is to teach them, you take them to the water. You don't give them water or whatever, take them to the grass, let them learn how to fend for themselves. So when they have issues with their peers or school, talk to them. Don't jump in and say, oh, this is what you should. No, no, just talk to them. Let's say, what do you guys think?
Hmm.
And don't try to make it right immediate. Instead, ask them, what do you think we should do? Like, make it a team effort. Teach them to try again. Okay, this didn't work out. Maybe you can try this, but tell them to do it on their own. No, you can't go in and like start getting them like all prepped up to help with this. You have
Also,
to
Simrit,
guide.
don't be judgmental about what they think, what they say about,
Absolutely.
which is very important. And when you start getting judgmental and start pushing on your thoughts into child's mind, it becomes,
Yeah. No, no, you have to be their guide, which means just listen to
yes,
their different opinions. If a child is feeling excluded at school, ask your child to make his own set of friends. Go somewhere else.
exactly.
Go
Yeah,
figure it out. Figure it out.
figure it
Teach
out.
them to
Yeah,
deal with their problems on their own. If they're struggling with their homework, don't do it for them or ask the tutor to do it for them. No, instead teach them the study skills they need and let them attempt it on their own, or ask them to go to their teachers and get the guidance. This is the
exactly.
way you make independent, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
they have to become the driver of their own lives. That's the bottom line.
Very, very important. Yes. They must learn how to deal with their issues early in life. Another thing is don't overdo the compliments, which I've seen a lot of parents doing, overdoing the
Right.
compliments. Our compliments must always be sincere with our children. When children
Yes.
are overpraised, or for every little thing they do, this makes them expect constant validation from us, you know,
100%. I dealt with that.
and they
Actually, I had
become,
to change myself. Yeah.
yes, and they also become attention seeking, which
Such a
is some
problem.
a big problem, Sibrit, and this sets them up for disappointment later in life.
It
I mean,
does. It
as
does.
parents, we see it as an encouragement, but compliments must be well deserved. Otherwise,
Always.
they become insincere and meaningless. And also, I believe that the results should not be overpraised. Whether they do well or not, their effort must be praised, but not overpraised. But do praise a
Yeah.
child's efforts, which especially when they have really done hard work for that particular
Yeah, hard
effort.
work should always be appreciated. I agree.
Yes, and that becomes a habit over time. The child starts putting more and more hard work to get that appreciation, and that
Yeah.
becomes a
And it
habit. And
becomes a habit. Then they're not even
yes,
doing it for the appreciation. They're hardworking, and that's also
exactly.
a good habit in life. That's
Yes,
so good. That's a
so,
great tip.
yes. So
Also,
hard work should be
yeah,
praised. Yes.
hard work should be praised. I agree. I agree. Also, another issue that parents need to work on is to teach their children delayed gratification.
Oh,
We all
such an
talk,
important thing, Simrit. Such an important
yes.
thing.
So
Yeah.
we always discuss how this generation is the generation of instant gratification,
Oh,
which means we do something, we want the results now. We don't have patience. We don't stand in lines. We don't want to wait for our results. Everything's online. Click. We got the results. We want to do. And what happens when we have to wait? We're becoming edgy. We're anxious, right? And
yeah.
that's going. And we're like hyperventilating. Half of us. This leads to disappointment when things don't go our way. We become depressed and upset. There you go again. So we get it, but how do we teach delayed gratification? That's a bigger issue. So we should set rules. Now, when you set rules, you teach them that you got to do this, and that's when this will happen. Those rules already teach them delayed gratification. If a child wants a new toy, a new gadget, we make them wait for a birthday or a special occasion or until they achieve something.
Yeah, they have to earn it.
Easter exams, whatever, learn a new language, whatever. Also, got to give kids chores around the house which they have to do without expectations. So I know people make kids do chores. If you clean your room, I'll get you a toy. No, none of that.
Not all the
Chores
time.
need to be done because chores need to be done. We're cleaning the house. We're not going to be expecting anything other than a clean room. That's it. So they need to do chores around the house. A lot of us Indian parents pamper the kids that no, just let them study. That's it. No, this is the time for enjoying, but teach them habits which will stay with them for life. So chores around the house is important. You don't have to give them that extra hour of TV just because they cleaned their rooms and the cupboards. They have to do it because you said so. That's it. And that teaches learning to do work without results teaches children delayed gratification. It teaches them that sometimes you just got to work. And those things manage expectations in life. So managing expectations is the key. That helps them learn how to cope with failure later in life.
Absolutely, Simrit. I always believe being a good role model teaches children everything.
Yeah, so
as adults, we need to learn how to deal with our failures as well. Disappointments and failures are all part of life, right? Even as adults, it's hard to know how to deal with a losing promotion or worse, or being fired or losing money in business. But if children see that you're coping very well with those, they will learn those behaviors from you. And it's normal, absolutely normal to feel low and down, but they shouldn't see that going on, with you.
On a constant basis.
Exactly.
Like little down, but like.
Or, you going into a shell, retreating into a room, or drinking to overcome your sorrows. Sorry, boss.
The kids are gonna pick up on that, right?
Exactly. Instead you are getting upset, you should just start doing some, I feel, productive thing, like doing exercise every day to keep yourself away from those thoughts or from that anxiety or whatever you're going through, and keep a positive frame of mind. You appreciate you should appreciate what you have, and have faith in whatever power or God you believe in. It's very important. And setting good examples will always teach your children how to overcome disappointments and failures.
Yeah. There's nothing beyond being the good role model. So like like you said, I mean, it's normal. We're down, we're out, but we still have to put on a positive frame of mind, for our household, for our families, for our children. And those children pick up on it, right? They see that, oh, mom and dad are going through something, but they're still like, taking us to the market to get an ice cream, like something simple, right? Like whatever. And they learn that even with rough times, you got to keep sailing through with a smile. That's really important. I think that's rule number one. So people worry that failure causes mental distress. But guys, like me and Namita are saying, it's not failure, but it's not knowing how to deal with failure that causes depression and anxiety. When we learn how to deal with failures, we learn emotional intelligence, and that's the key to stay mentally fit. So teach your children. So to wrap up, today's takeaway is that we all have to learn how to deal with failures, and we must teach our children that as well. So do not overparent a child. Let them fail and learn how to dust themselves off and try again.
Yeah.
That's their guide, right? They have to try again.
So I would say, Simrit, the mantra of the day would be do not overparent a child and be their guide. So that's
the mantra. And be a good role model. Praise their efforts, not their results. Don't give them insincere compliments.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I think we wrapped it up. That's all on Talk to Us today. We always look forward to hearing from you all. So if there's anything that you guys see there that you like about our show, do let us know in the comment section below, or email us at hello@TalktousToday. Hello@TalkToUs.
Oh God,
TalktousToday.com, and let your friends know where to find us.
Yes, absolutely. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to stay notified of our new videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us on Talk to Us today. And remember to talk about Talk to Us today. Keep smiling. Keep
laughing. And keep talking.
Yeah.
Stay positive, everybody. Thank you for joining us. See you next Friday. Bye.
Bye.